I've actually seen a Disney film in a while, actually. I feel like it's entrusted, you know, I don't really enjoy the newer stuff so much, but that's probably just because I'm a... What the hell's the word? Because I'm a... Oh, yeah, old bastard, that's it. I got there. I was looking for it, but I was like, what am I looking for? It's very obvious what it is, though. And I got there in the end, so I feel good about that. We need to use... What do we use? Maybe the top floor is made out of this sort of more orange-looking stuff. And it sort of folds into it, maybe. So if we go like this, and then we do the same here. Sort of like chains. There we go. And then we do the same thing like this. I mean, not really like chains. But you know what I mean? If you get rid of the middle bit, they'll start to look like chains. There we go. It's quite a nice looking arch. So there we go. And it looks like it connects and it belongs there and all that fun stuff. So we got this. I mean, I quite like that. That's not bad looking. Then we go with the sort of... Yeah, this is the right one, right? Yeah, this. Okay, that's good. Let's make sure we're actually one up from this doorway as well. And from here. There we go. I love this music. It's so chill. Makes me sort of miss the Timber and Stone music a little bit. Even though it's not actually Timber and Stone music. Essentially because it's actually just free music. From a royalty-free website. That's it. Got there in the end. Actually, yeah, the website itself is royalty-free. But the music that's hosted on that website is royalty-free. Actually, it's all owned by one guy. Literally just one guy. I can't remember his name, but it's him. Just trust me on this. There we go. So I want to just do that for the time being. I like the idea of the top being of an orange color. It just... Something about it looks good to me. So we're gonna go with the sort of lighter orange right here. Maybe we want to do something a bit more with the dark orange. But for now, I think this looks quite nice. So what we want to do... is make sort of like inward crenellations as if they're connectors. We're actually going to have to change this a little bit. The middle bit needs to do this. There we go. So the middle connector is just going to have to, well, oddly connect, really. Just around these corners. And then in the middle, we're going to have 2 blocks. And then like this, as always. There we are. The middle part right here, I guess there's no point in not doing this. There we go. To make our lives easier, let's just get these 2 blocks done with. There we are. And then we can build around them instead. We're being efficient. I like that. So there we got this bit. Now, what we do is we get the sound in there as well. Maybe we make it a bit darker. And then maybe go down by 1 as well, so it looks like it's more of a jigsaw piece. Not that it's supposed to look like a jigsaw piece, but I want to make sure there's something that's it's morphing into. This bit as well needs to do this. Still going to say stay squared. Actually, is it? I don't think we really do need to keep it squared. This is like a good reason for us to sort of differentiate from the blockiness. I don't like to just make blocky shapes. I don't find it as interesting. Which is sometimes a bad thing, because it's not always a terrible aesthetic to go for. You know, I say that being someone that actually makes castles quite a lot. Oh, let's go back right there. But I usually try and add something a little bit different to them. It's not just usually a box, which is what I'm pretty much doing right now. At least I'm sure it's not always a box. Am I going nuts? Is it actually always a box? I'm really worried now. Alright, it's fine. Ignore me. I'm going slightly insane. As always. I feel like every single episode I say I'm going slightly insane. Maybe it's because I am. Have you ever thought about that? What about my sanity? Alright. Let's go to this and this. It's all these little details that matter. I don't know when I started recording today. I think that today's like, I've got that mentality which is like, go when you've sort of had your fill, just to finish it up. I'm feeling like that today. Although, to be honest with you, I probably will just end up sticking with the 1 hour. That's oddly nice. I don't know why that's oddly nice, but it is. Now we want to go for the... Actually, don't really want to go for the darker wood. Or darker color right there. Now we do this. Right, there we go. Now we get rid of these corners. Now, eventually you want to make some nice statues, because we've realized, at least on the last episode, we can actually save things. If we make like these very small statues and then just sort of have them plopped around all over the place, that might look quite nice. Right here, we want to do the same thing, just on the corners, not on the corners though. And that's us changing the color right there. So there we are, fantastic. Or color, if you're American. It's funny, right? No? Guys, where you going? Right, here we go. I think underneath it needs to have the sand, but like the lighter version. There we go. Maybe it keeps going down. I quite like it being, or having this sort of hanging trim right there. That's nice, actually. I really like that. Maybe if we do this. Oh, screwed up a little bit. How's that? Yeah, I'd say that's a lot nicer. We don't really want there to be a gate here. There's not much point. They're usually open anyway. The sort of more deserty, sort of desert fantasy kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm coming from the point of fantasy here. Nice. I like that. Right, let's keep going. So you want to go up by how much, actually? That's really a good point. Very important one. So we've got this connector right here. And we can actually leave this open now. I mean, is that how we want it to work? And then we have our doorway. Or do we want it to be a lot higher? I don't think it needs to be any higher than that. I think that's fine. Well, maybe. It looks a little bit out of place. Which I'm not a fan of. Yes, make sure it reaches the top there. I do like the way that connects, though. It's quite nice. So we've got the doorways. The only problem is these doorways are just... they're oddly connected to one another. They just don't seem to make much sense. And also, this bottom piece right here, I think, should be made out of the sand color. There we go. Actually, it shouldn't be made out of the sand color, but it should go out by one. Like this. There we go. Maybe we use the darker, slightly darker orange. Let's get these two out of here. No, I don't like that. Let's back up from it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that either, but I think for now I'm just going to have to stick with that. I prefer it over what I just made. Right, so let's make some doorways so they can actually walk across here. We should really make the tower first and then build around that. I mean, we are going to save these towers, although they are connected, so I guess we're not. So, okay, maybe... This is actually going to be a lot more tricky than I was anticipating. Then again, we could save this and just, like, plonk it along there. It looks like it might just about be the same length. Or just plonk it there and then just delete parts that we don't want. Yeah, we could probably end up doing that. Right, anyway. Make our lives significantly easier. So 5 blocks up. Because that's sort of the comfortable height. Got way too high right there. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, so 4 blocks of accessible space. You know, more than enough for them to sort of fit through. There we are. Fantastic. See what I mean? It's just a bit too high. So we're going to have to make some sort of staircase. I guess it's not really that difficult. There we go. We get some wood involved. If we just keep using the same wood that we've been using for a while. We just hollow that out. It's much easier to deal with. No. Keeps selecting the places I don't want it to be. There we go. That's not too bad. We'll get rid of this. And we'll do the same right here. Just replace that with this stone. There we are. Does it actually flatten out? It does. So what? Do we start around about here? It's not where it should be, is it? Nope, not how it's supposed to be at all. Don't know how I did it last time, not gonna lie. Screwing up now, though. Right, we'll do this, then that. There we go. So it should only be 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 blocks, okay. Don't know Don't know what happened there. It's fine. Leave me alone. That was a screw up. I keep just slightly missing the block I'm going for. Alright, there we are. Easy. No problems whatsoever. Now we continue with the exterior. So you want to go up by a significant amount now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks. Is that a good amount? Or a good amount? Once again, it's going to start looking bland if we focus too much on this colour. I guess for now we just keep going. And start adding something a bit extra to it later on. Right, by that I mean soon. Don't want to forget about it like I did the wall in timber and stone. But then again, making these walls are significantly easier. A lot less time consuming. You don't have to wait for them. Well, I mean, you kind of do. It's just that, you know, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. Because they will never do it. And then you'll die. So, just going to let you know the natural course of things. Death is inevitable, of course. We don't really want to talk about that, though. Very dark subject. Makes people uncomfortable. So we'll leave that for now. Okay, life is also inevitable. Think about that, eh? Very positive. There we are, fantastic. It's like sort of honeycomb tipped. I like that. It's sort of drooling, like the wafer drooling and honey. It's very delicious. I'm getting very hungry right now just thinking about that. What kind of crenellations do we want to use? It's a good thought. But I think I need to think about that. Something to definitely think about. For now, though, we will continue with the design. Okay, so we want to make some sort of sphere now. Oh no, how is this going to work? It's quite difficult to do. Or at least I feel like it is. So I want to go across by 3. I guess you're not going to see all that annoying background stuff anyway, so I don't need to really clean it up. I guess we'll do that just to clean it up. Okay, we cleaned it up. We should probably make the top out of a different colour. Well, a different shade. We'll see, we'll see. It's always good to use multiple shades. Yeah, we could do a lot with the multiple shades over here anyway. So how's this going to work? It's going to sort of... I mean, it's going to be a sphere, kind of. Just trying to think. Just don't really know how to have it work in the game, to be honest with you. Not done this sort of thing before. Don't worry, the game didn't crash. I was just looking at this and just like, how brain work, function. Let's get rid of... I can't get rid of that just yet. I think, for me, it's because I need to use a different colour. Like a different tone, just to get this started. There we go. And then we go in by 1. But we get narrower. There we go. And this can be sort of how it's keeping it up. Okay, too far. No, too far. There we go. Should it be any narrower than that? I think we can definitely go for 2 more right there. Alright, there we go. Now we got our sort of sphere. We do this. Get rid of some of the bits in the middle just to make it easier on the eyes. Right, there we go. We've got these middle bits right here that, honestly, we could probably fill in with, like, a neater shade. Maybe just a lighter one. Yeah, that's nice. It's going to be hard to replicate this. It always is. Wait a minute, how did I... Okay, that's why. Knew I screwed something up there. Alright, here we go. Just gonna have to be building this entire episode. Or episodes. Not that that's not happened before. So we got this kind of thing going on. Now it needs to open up. Like a beautiful flower. So here we go. Let's go up by 1. It's going to end up looking like a massive boob. That's... Actually, now I'm worried about this now. It's probably going to end up looking like a boob. Nope, not where I wanted to click. Glad there's an undo button. Makes my life a lot easier. Alright, then we go out by 1 again. There we are. So it's going out like a cup. It's quite nice. Going to pick up the rainwater. Even though that's not really the intent. Now I think we just go up by another 2 bricks. And that'll be it, really. Bloody, I hate misclicking all the time. Oh, God, why? Too quick, the building. Then we go up by 3. Oh, too far. I don't know, I like this at all. I actually don't like this at all. We need to add something else here. There we go. I think I like that a bit more. Just, it feels more structurally sound now. Right, there we go. Maybe in the middle we can have this bit here. No, I don't like that. Yeah, that's fine. We can do a little bit more right here, like adding a window or something like that. Alright, let's go back to this color. Let's see. I mean, we just sort of go up by 1. That's actually too light. I can actually tell now. That's amazing. You know, I think 3 blocks is fine. And now we go in by 1. And the circle of life begins again. I wonder if I can copy just this bit. It'll save me a hell of a lot more time. It's a style. Definitely a lot more effort to put into it, though. Right, and now we just get the last little bit flatness right here, just like that. And that'll really be it. How do we feel about that? Ugh, God. I don't know. It just seems a bit off. Maybe we need to get rid of this bit. These bits. And then chop these off a bit more. Just go back a few more blocks. There we go. Ugh. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. I don't like that. At all. We need to go simpler. Okay. Obviously, it's not my forte. Not every design is a good design. Let's just rub it out. Should probably save before I did this, to be honest. Maybe we could try something sort of more of a spire-esque kind of thing. Like, we've got this. So what we could do is just have the sort of straight-up spire of a darker colour like this. Bloody hell, stop misclicking. Alright, and then we got this. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2... Could tell it's getting slightly annoying now. I would prefer if I could just sort of build up a few blocks. Right, there we are. So we got this. Where do we go from here? I don't know where we go from here. Let's have some blocks coming from the middle. Oh, not from the middle, from the corners on the inside. Oh, saving. Saving.